What it is, what it was, what it will be. What up, everybody? I'm back. I can't believe I got to make one of these videos because there are some people in this community who think they know everything and anything and don't know nothing because they have no brains. That's a bar. Okay. I see a lot of y'all running around talking about he's collecting disability from the VA. He can't be working. He can't drive or go to a concert. If you ever made a statement like that, you're an idiot. Okay? I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it. I'm just going to tell you the facts. You're an idiot. First of all, there is no such thing as VA disability. The VA only uses that as a legal term when dealing with the word compensation. Why? Because the civilian population can't separate or understand the difference between disability and compensation. For an example, there's a thing called Social Security disability. Social Security disability is based off on how many years you have actually worked in the workforce, and it's based off a point system. And if you're on Social Security disability, that's 100% disability, meaning no, you cannot work. If you do, you commit fraud, you go to jail. VA disability, on the other hand, doesn't even exist. They just call it that for legal terms when dealing with the word compensation. This is what every veteran files for. Okay? Now I'm going to show you the definitions of them. So you people out there who think that you know everything, but you don't know nothing because you have no brains, you can fully comprehend what I'm saying. So let me share my screen. And we're going to jump up in it. And Mokan, you got to stop being dumb for real, dude. You really went on a live stream and said, you're not allowed to go to a concert. You're not allowed to drive. You can't work. Y'all know I work for the VA. Your boy doxed me last year. The VA hired me. They knew my medical conditions. So if I wasn't allowed to work, why did VA hire me? Hello, stupid. Okay. VA disability. As you can see, it's highlighted. It is a tax-free monthly payment to veterans who have a service-connected condition. What is a service-connected condition? It is a condition that you develop while on active duty. Okay? Any illness, sickness, or diseases that you acquire while on active duty, that is a service-connected condition. And the VA is going to compensate you financially for it. It is not there to replace your retirement. It is not there to replace your civilian income. They're just financially compensating you for it. You understand that? Like the guy who was over on Square's panel the other night, cussing AD out, and who was ranting and raving. I seen that you were up there talking about, well, AD's not. He's he's on disability. He can't even drive. I wonder if the taxpayers know. I wonder if they know who he's hanging out with. First of all, the VA give two squats who you hang out with and what you do in your personal life. Y'all need to stop acting like a bunch of little bitches. That's what you sound like. Stupid. Now, a service-connected condition is a illness or injury that was caused by or worsened by active duty military service or training. The amount of payment depends on the severity of the condition, which measures by a disability rating. I thought you said there's no disability. There's not. They just call it that for legal terms because the civilian population cannot wrap their head around the word compensation. Like you idiots. All right. The amount of payment depends on the severity of the condition, which measures by the disability rating. Some disabilities are rated at 100% and are unlikely to improve are considered permanent and total P&T. If you are P&T, it means you're permanent total, meaning the VA will never call you back in for another exam. They'll never reevaluate that condition. They automatically determine that that condition is going to stay there till the day you die, and you're going to get compensated for it. Imagine that. Now, what is compensation? First of all, it's taxpayers' money. Yes, the taxpayers are paying for the veterans' VA compensation, and rightfully so. You want to know why the taxpayers should pay? Because the veteran put their life on the line when they signed their contract, whether they were deployed or not. They said they were willing to die for this country. And that's a big thing to ask somebody. Only 1% of the population actually serves in the military. So, you 99% of the people out there who didn't serve, don't complain that your taxpayer money is going to people who are getting 100%. They gave you your freedom. That's a small price to pay financially for your freedom. Just know that. All right. First of all, it is taxpayer money. Every year, the VA makes a budget request for the following year. In simple terms, for just VBA, that's the Veterans Benefits Administration, the branch I work for, we look at what we currently are paying to administer VA benefits, including how much we're paying in compensation to the millions of veterans on the rolls. And we analyze how much more we need based off of many factors, mostly that there are more veterans now accessing and receiving and applying to more VA benefits. However, the VA budget does not limit what we can pay in benefits. All right, it doesn't limit it. For an example, the fiscal year. That might be a new term for some of you all, but the fiscal year starts on 1 October of every year. Okay? 60 days prior to the fiscal year date, meaning 1 August, the VA sends over a budget request to Congress. And in that budget request, they have to show how many veterans they have on the books at that time and how many they predict will be veterans during the next fiscal year. Let's say that total amount is 10 million people, right? They allocate all 10 million people to get paid at 100%. They have enough money there. If everyone were to get 100%, the money will be there. And Congress puts that in the budget and they give it over to the VA. And then the VA makes those monthly checks to the veterans who paid the sacrifice of giving up their time away from their family, their injuries, a lot of things they did for this country. So for you civilians out there who want to bitch, want to complain because somebody's receiving VA benefits, then you should have damn on joined the military. If not, shut the hell up. All right. Um, second, secondly, is the safeguard taxpayers' money disability compensation is a process. There are federal laws that govern how we, the VBA, can administer it. This is a protection to the taxpayer to prevent abuse and fraud. Next, maybe most importantly, and part and the part you care about most, VA disability compensation is tax-free monthly payment to eligible veterans for their injuries and medical conditions that they inquired or caught or received or aggravated while on active military service. But VA compensation is also an acknowledgement. Acknowledgement implies that the acceptance from the federal government that what happened to you, the service member, the veteran in service, can or may affect you after service. Meaning, if you broke your leg, right, while on active duty, they may give you a 20% for that broken leg, meaning 10 years down the road, there's a good possibility that that broken leg is going to cause you to have severe arthritis or joint pain. And that's why they are compensating you at that rate at that time for the long term effect. Um, so you can read through all this. There's a bunch of mumbo jumbo. In layman's terms, this. Lastly, the VA compensation is not income. I'm going to say that again. VA compensation is not income. It is not a replacement or a substitution for civilian employment, and it is not military retirement, except in uncommon situations. VA does not pay you to not find or hold civilian employment. Compensation makes up for, they're basically going to pay you for your injuries. They're not paying you to stay home. So, meaning if you want to go to work, you can still work, and there's no limitations. You want to dig ditches, build houses, be a race car driver, a doctor, a lawyer, a pro athlete, you can make $1 million a month. And guess what? On the first of every month, you're still going to get your VA compensation check. Why? Because it's 100% compensation. So, to that nutcase that was over on Square's panel Sunday, cussing out AD, do your research. Mocon, do better and do your research. Stop speaking on stuff you know nothing about. When it comes to the military or the VA, just shut up because you sound like an idiot. Anyway, and that goes for you too, Psychobabble. Shut the hell up about AD and his daggone. He only makes $800 a month. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to tell you how much he makes, but he makes way more. If you look up at the 100% pay scale, he makes way more than that because he was medically retired. And that's a separate check. I'm not going to even go in that. But just know VA disability is not disability, it is compensation, meaning the VA is going to compensate you financially for your illness, injuries, or diseases that you acquired while on active duty. Okay? So get that nonsense out of y'all's head and stop acting like a bunch of drama queens. If you're that upset, you should join the military. Anyway, to all the veterans out there who serve, I thank you for your military service. It is great Americans like you to keep this country free, and for that, I am truly grateful and thankful. And for the rest of you all who wants to shit on the military and talk bad about the military, well, I ain't gonna say nothing. Just no karma. That's all I got to say. Anyway, y'all know the deal. Stay strong, stay safe, stay blessed. This is the real Triple T. I'll see you on the next one. You have a blessed one. Bye, morons.